Hey y'all, it's your girl Tamika back again. So look, I thought before I leave this afternoon that I would give you guys a story time real quick. Because I just did my last video and it reminded me of something. So we're going to call this story time. The time I realized that there was no Santa Claus. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys back. I was about 7 years old. Okay. My parents were going through a divorce. A really bad divorce. And some things got shuffled around. Like, the divorce was really bad. Not only emotionally, being 6 years old, coming from your parents being together, you having this big, beautiful home, and everything seems to be, not perfect, but good. You know what I mean? You got your family, and you just living. Well, at 6 years old, I came home from school one day, and my mom sat me down. Matter of fact, my grandmother house is actually across the street from my dad's house, where the house we used to live at, and my dad lives there now. So, lives across the street. The houses are across the street from each other. And so, we're across the street. I'm asking my mom, I'm like, Mom, why are we over here? And that's when she sat me and my sister Yamika down and said that her and my dad were separating. Well, towards the end of that year, they officially got divorced. And subsequently, my mom got the house or whatever, but my dad got the furniture. I guess that was the whole thing with the divorce settlement. So we moved back in the house. Now, mind you, I'm 7. So, and again, I never had anything really bad happen to me. This was like the first bad thing that ever happened to me. Even with my glaucoma, being in the hospital, I never considered that being anything bad. Because I would go to the children's hospital, meet new friends, the nurses loved me. So even with that, I never had anything bad happen to me up until this point. So when we moved back home, I'm like, yay, we're moving back home. We moved back into the house. There's no furniture. Later on, Christmas time comes around. My mom doesn't have a job because she just recently quit her job because she was just stressed out with the divorce and working long hours. She was just becoming overwhelmed, and it was physically and mentally draining. She quit right before Christmas. And now at this time, I'm like, wow, okay. We had a Christmas tree, but I never saw no presents going under the tree, no nothing. Now, and I knew we were broke. My mama never hid anything from us. She let us know what it was. She did say, mom is not working right now, so, it's going to be tight. So I knew that, but I always was like, okay, well, our parents I used to be naive. So I used to think, well, our parents buys us gifts, but Santa Claus brings us gifts too. So I said, okay, well, we're not going to have any gifts from my mom or nothing like that, but Santa Claus is going to come. Okay? I keep telling myself this all leading up to Christmas. Christmas Eve come. And, they used to have this thing. They don't do it no more, but they used to have this thing where WDIV Channel 4 here in Detroit, they used to do this Santa Claus watch. So, I'm seeing all this stuff on TV talking about the Santa Claus watch. So I'm like, why would the news lie about it being a Santa Claus? There's a Santa Claus. So that was further confirmation for me that, hey, I might not get no presents from my mom, but Santa Claus is going to bring me something too. Going to bring me something. So, Christmas Eve's coming and everything. And we end up going across the street, spending the night at my grandmother's house. And we come back home, no toys under the tree. I was like, what? Nothing under the tree. Y'all, I was so crushed. Not because it's like this. It wasn't necessarily because of the gifts. Because my mama had already prepared me and my sister. She said it was tight. You know, mommy's not working. But I thought that, you know, somehow or another, I'm not just going to have a Christmas without nothing. And so I'm like, so they got to be a Santa Claus. And like I said, I was naive, but I wasn't naive to think that my parents didn't never buy me anything. I knew the majority of our toys came from our parents buying them. But I thought that, hey, Santa brings stuff too. That's where Santa came for. Why would they make up this person and they don't do nothing? They don't give gifts or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I have a little something, no gifts. So I was crushed because I felt really stupid for believing in something that was like really non-existent. Suffice it to say, later on that day, we had Christmas dinner at my grandma's house. My aunties gave me and my sister money. My daddy, my heart. My daddy, my heart. He caught the bus because he didn't have a car at the time. Like I said, the divorce was really crazy, y'all. A lot of stuff that my parents had, it went downhill for a few years. So he didn't have a car. He caught the bus and bought us some gifts. So the actual Christmas day turned out to be amazing. But yeah, I was crushed because I was fool enough to believe that there was a Santa Claus. So y'all, that's my story time. The time I realized that there was no Santa Claus. So anyway, y'all, please do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, y'all. Peace and love.